Nice to meet you, Warren.
Thank you.
Likewise.
All right, we are live. We just had a slight delay, some technical difficulty, and actually we got Kavan back. So this is episode 29. This is the last episode of AK featuring AK in USA. And tonight what we're going to do is we're going to have just do some demos so people that watch maybe the first couple, they can actually get a simulation of kind of what we do. So and then so this session won't be as long as the others. And again, people have questions they can ask and all that. But while we show something, each of the cars will kind of give commentary in that what they're doing and all that. So before we get going, we lost Kavan, but he'll be back. I wonder welcome. Thank you, Marvin, Kajo, and
Thank you.
yeah, we got Manny saying hi. Hey, Manny, and we're gonna get started. So, how's everybody all doing? We'll maybe give a couple
Not too,
minutes for Kavan.
not too bad. Not too bad.
Yeah.
Rainy. It's a rainy Thursday here in Illinois. I don't know about you guys.
Oh yeah, we had beautiful weather out here. Finally, it was like in the 70s.
Where are you? Where are you located?
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
Connecticut.
Yeah, Connecticut. Yeah. So, and lately hasn't been that great. Hey, Kacho, can you guys squeeze in? On the bottom, you're coming in perfectly, but I can't. There we go. Oh, thanks.
Yeah, let me try if I can move my camera.
Oh, okay. I
No,
don't know if they will.
no, mine doesn't
Okay.
work the other
No,
way.
that's better now. I can see them in there now. And also who's here today helping with Kajo is Warren. Thank you for coming on,
Thank
Warren.
you for
I appreciate it. No, thank you. I mean, it sounds like you're going to be a big help. So appreciate it. Manny's saying Las Vegas was 89. No, yeah, no 89 in Connecticut. Yeah. Come on, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Perfect. Okay, we're gonna get moving. So, come on. Did you have anything planned?
No plans for today. Mostly, what I'm thinking was just really showcase um, a different approach or mentality that we do in AK um, in doing a flow or an amara.
Okay. So, all right. So, let's see it. So, can you? Were you going to talk about it, or were you going to?
Oh, okay. Right. So,
Yeah. Joe's laughing. Come on,
so
Joe's making fun of you.
can you guys see me well?
I can see you perfectly. Manny, could you give us a heads up if you could see? Just grab somebody out of the audience to see if they could see you.
Yeah,
Or
for my case,
Eric,
I can see Kavom. I can't hear him.
Oh, okay.
I can hear him, but
I I
yeah.
I can hear you, Ka Marvin too, with Kadeen.
Okay.
Okay,
Um,
so
let's see it.
okay. So a lot of the strikes that you would normally see with regular Kali or Ernest are very wide strokes, right? So you're seeing movements like this. But what I would prefer to personally do is just do some very short movement on my forms and on my strikes. And why is that? So um, I let the blade basically do the work. I do not have to do a full swing like this, but instead, all my power and all my attacks are basically done instead of my body. I let the blade do the work. So, how do I mean by that? I'll just use very small movement, right? So finesse, so like that. So it's just
Nice.
really, yeah, it's just really
Nice.
a very small um, movement, like what you see with boxers, for example. You're doing shadow boxing. You don't see boxers doing this full movement, but what you see them is doing this, right?
Mm,
So very small movement. So when you translate it to blade, now you can also do small movements too.
Very nice. Come on, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you explain to them how we introduce and salute each other? The whole
Yeah. So this is the basic salute that we have for Abenir Kalis. So starts from this position. You do this and slide and down.
it's great. Thank you. That was awesome.
Thank
Nice,
you.
Thank you. That was really
nice.
good. No, I mean I thought you were yeah. Tom Marvin, what you got?
Ah, well, this is kind of like something. This is my favorite. It has always helped me a lot. It's how we grip. Um, every FMA. This is not unique to us. Definitely not unique to us. I mean, any martial art that has dealt with handheld weapons have at some point came to the realization of changing how they grip the weapon. So this is by no way I think is unique to us. But for me personally, it's kind of like something I really like. When
Okay.
everybody holds a weapon, especially in FMA, we all use rattan sticks. It's kind of round, so everybody tends to grip it, kind of like boxy, kind of like straight like that. The way I grip it is I always use the last three fingers of my hand. Why? Because technically, of all of the muscles and tendons of your hand, the strongest is actually not the thumb and the forefinger. It's actually the last three. That's why
Mm,
wrestlers, whenever they would do something like an arm drag, they're actually pulling with the last three fingers. So it's the same thing with me. I grip it with the last three fingers, and the motion for me is kind of like cracking a whip, cracking a whip. And you will know if you're doing it right is if you have a heavy bag at home. If you open your forefinger and your thumb and you hit it as hard as you can, if you're not holding it right with the last three fingers, this thing is gonna fly.
okay.
So the last three fingers should be strong enough to absorb that power hitting against a heavy bag. So that's how I grip it. So the good thing with this grip is that everybody, I'm going to stand. I don't know if I got a good camera angle, but
I can
most
see you.
people, yeah, most people when they're fighting, whatnot, if they're using like a full grip with all the fingers, the tendency is you wanna pull all the way back and kind of give it your all. So if your hand happens to be low, it's almost not impossible, but just difficult. Just difficult to attack from here unless you're going to be stabbing.
Hmm.
But if you use the last three finger grip, I can actually flick from here. And with the motion of my hip and twisting with the front foot, if I add that, we call this in AK salto, where we kind of do that, kind of like snapping. The snap, the last three finger grip adds to the snap to give you something like an audio feedback. If I grip it with my four fingers, like here, like full grip, I'm trying to hit it as hard as I can. That's what I get. I grip with the last three, I can get more speed and I can get more
Mm,
power at the end. The good thing
right.
is, I believe in three things. I believe in three things has to work for a technique to work. Of course, your technique, footwork, distance, location, location, location. If one of those three is not correct, you're going to get hit or your attack is not right. One of the things that's very unique to AK is a footwork called combate general, wherein you're in front of your opponent, and then you abruptly move 45-degree against them or 90-degree against them. Now, if you add that to the last three finger grip, the flick, we call it the salto, and then you move with combate general, what happens is like this. I don't know if I can give you a good view, but it's at least more or less a very close first person view from the point of view of an opponent. If I'm in front of you, it's going to be hard for me to show combat general with the situation right now.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's kind of like stepping here and being 45 or 90 degree against somebody. Now my hand can be relaxed, can be low. He's not going to be expecting that I'm going to be like caveman attacking him right away. But from here, I can move, and
And then there.
immediately from your field of vision, I'm not in front of you.
Correct. Correct. Yeah. Okay.
And from my
Just
stick, I'm there.
nice. Nice. Just a couple on the grip, just for people that maybe wonder. Like I understand what you're talking about. Like you're keeping the feet tight, and you got the trigger.
Hmm.
When are you really emphasizing the trigger? Are you emphasizing it right before contact?
Right before contact. Right before
Okay.
contact.
Okay.
And
So
you can
basically,
try it even. You can even try it when you're sitting down. If you grip it like four fingers, this is kind of like a neutral position for my stick.
yeah.
Can I really hit hard enough? Maybe, maybe. But if you start gripping it with the last three fingers and start flicking it and kind of like extending it before contact, you're gonna feel it's faster and it's harder. The
Mm,
good thing with this grip is, of course, the knockout power comes from here, right? That's
yeah.
that's a no-brainer. The knockout power comes off the shoulder. But the good thing with this grip is you can distract somebody first, hit them straight to the face. If you're using stick, crack the bridge of the nose. That's enough. They reel back, then you go for over the shoulder.
Yeah.
But this is
No.
much easier. Sure, this is much easier if you're using a sword, because I don't need that much impact to hit you in the face. I can be
No.
like
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
that, and I can bury my sword 2, 3 inches into your skull.
Yeah.
And after that, then I can follow up with a good wallop.
Yeah. Nice. Just when you that was excellent, especially the movement. When you is there any way before you go offline? Like, is there a way you try to maybe bait them or get them to
Oh
fire
yeah,
before you go? Okay.
yeah. There's a way. At least for me, like I said, well, not all techniques are foolproof. Some of them,
Sure.
will work. Some of them won't. The good thing is I can be here. The good thing with the grip is I can actually flick opposite side. So I can draw a person's attention opposite side and then move out of the way.
I like
So
that.
again, from your view, it's as if you're looking at me from an opponent's point of view, and I'm here. I can go straight, or I can go here, get the attention, try him, let him like block or evade or whatever, go away.
Yeah, right.
So the good thing is when you do combate general, you're automatically outflanking the guy by 45 degrees, and then you're immediately hitting him. The good thing is people can block, right?
Yeah.
People can roof block. What's a good thing of combining the grip, the footwork, and the location? Even if he blocks it, in order for him to hit me, he needs to square up against me. If that makes
Yeah.
sense. So
No. Yeah. No. Right.
I'm here. I go here. I'm gonna stay in frame. I go here. He tries to block, and he successfully blocked it. He can't hit me from his point of view. He has to square. The good thing with the grip is I can fire many strikes from the grip without overcommitting. So I
That
can be here.
telegraph.
He blocks. I can
Mm.
now throw many attacks even before he does his counterattack. So
Nice.
technique, footwork, location. You need all three for a tactic to work. Because I could have good hand speed, my footwork is shot, I can go in, bridge the gap, or I
Right.
can get away.
Be
It
out of range.
depends.
Yep. Yeah.
If my location is not right, I'm staying square at him. I can hit him, he can hit me.
Just for the folks who are watching that might not be familiar with Combate General, I know it's tough to show where you're at, but can you give
Yeah,
maybe just a verbal description as far as where the
sure,
feet are concerned?
sure. I'll try. I'll try as best I can to describe it. Uh, AK is a very not weird stance, but a very. We only have one stance. We hardly ever go low. So it's kind of like 1 foot forward, the other foot is in the back, wherein it's coiled up like a fencer.
Yeah.
But instead of us being bladed, we tend to face somebody face to face. Now, how does combating general work? From that position, you step 45 with your lead foot, you follow with your rear foot, and then you
Yeah.
face whatever angle you're going to. The good thing is we always keep the rear foot coiled up. So that means I can move and push forward.
Okay.
So I can cut my angle. If I feel like I'm kind of short, I can push forward and then attack. Now if I
Mm.
combine that again with hand grip, simple technique, I can be there.
Nice. No, that was excellent. Thank you. Thank you.
Like, sir.
Yeah, just for the people who maybe are home, they like that was pretty thorough. No, excellent, excellent. So the majority of our demos, because uh, Joe was able to get a partner here, and thank you guys both again. He was able to get Kyle Warren, so that's going to be so they can actually really show some stuff. So by all means, guys, take your time. Whatever you want to show, it will be good. Be great.
Cool. All right. So it's us. How do you?
Please.
All right. So first, kind of since Marvin and Bun, showed the sword aspect, or the long aspect is weird. I feel like we're blade oriented all the time. I kind of wanted to go short. So, kind of within the AK curriculum, we have the instinctive knife defense. So, which would be empty hand versus someone with a knife.
Perfect.
Nice.
Yeah. You guys can see all right from here?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
So, just like Maestro says, like when you leave, when a student leaves you, you want them to leave effective. You want them to leave with something. So, I wanted to show the defense against a straight stab, as well as with kind of an ice pick grip.
Oh, awesome. All right.
Cool. So, in a lot of, I've encountered in a lot of other FMA systems, when they do a straight stab, oftentimes you'll see kind of this, like an X block, right? And so in AK, I think one thing we have that's a little unique is we use more of an L. That's the way it was taught to me, more of an L block. So if you stab straight, you want to do another, over here. So when it's coming, right, rather than that X motion, you're moving to the outside, and you're at an L. This creates better positioning to if you want to take your opponent down, return.
Okay.
Also, from a straight stab, we have lock and snatching or knife ejections. Right, it also sets you up if you want to take them down.
Okay.
Nice.
So, Kadeen, or any of you brothers, please stop me if you want me to highlight something.
No. Actually, the only thing I wanted, the takedown now, is that where you're kind of blending Maestro C lot in there?
Yeah. So, kind of, right, a lot of the C-lot, I feel like, where it comes in would be things like snaking, right, the joint manipulation, and, right, when we're coming in, and like, is it better if we come out here more? You guys can see it. Like, we're gonna hook, you know, to kind of create that, and then the rest that's all coming from the hips. And
So-
then, oh, go ahead.
Oh, no. I was going to say just, on the second one. No, go ahead, and then I'll come back.
Cool. And then, so from more of the ice pick grip, so 2 ways you can go at it, right? I think in our instinctive knife defense, one of like when we teach framing, we say to grab the wrist or closest to the knife, and then use your other hand to check or support. So that being said, when it comes, right, I like to do a bicep and that it collapses the arm. right? Where you could, you go straight for an eye jab, to pull the ear. You can set yourself up for a break. Another one from more of the ice side is moving to the side and just using their own momentum with it.
Return to sender.
Sender. It's
that Kung that passing and redirecting right to her leg. I haven't seen that in like, oh my gosh, it's been like 20 something years now. Wow. And that's so Maestro gave you those when you went over?
Yes. So not the first time I went to train with him, but the second time I had went home, we had a small session. I asked, I was like, Maestro, I noticed you guys are doing a lot of different stuff, so I just wanted to get updated.
I've been
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
I don't have the experience like Joe has.
So now how long ago was that the second time?
The second time I was in the Philippines just for 4 days. I was dropping off my grandfather. And so I did 2 days, for a couple hours.
Yeah.
I'm not too far from my school in Pegda, so literally just took a tricycle up and we just hung out, stabbed each other for a couple hours.
Yeah. There's no shortage of that over there, huh?
So, anything else?
No, whatever, because you got the partner, so I figured whatever else you wanted to show that you could, you know what I mean?
Only one last thing, and I'll show from this end, and it will be back to street stab, and it's not anything different. I feel like it's just another kind of response or motivation.
Okay.
There's Marvin, return to sender, and that's probably one of my favorite. When I was training in modern armies or when I was exposed to different things, I had never really been exposed to a return to sender. So even when I heard it, I was like, "What is that?" I've heard disarm, I've heard knife grapple. So for the straight stab, right? Again, again, we're being smart. So we're going to use the control plus the body to drive you.
Okay. Like a fulcrum?
It's really excellent to manipulate the bore, and then you have the elbow. But I really love, kind of the hip drive. That's probably one of my favorite.
So on that one, just for the audience, I know you're grabbing the right hand. Is the left hand is it knife handing the fulcrum or kind of just grabbing up on it? What's?
Is it good for me? You want me to switch up?
You go slow? Do you want us to do a slow version?
Oh, sure. Yeah, sure. Fantastic. Sure.
It's coming. I'm intercepting it. Also moving a little bit to my left. Now what I'm doing is I'm really trying to pin the elbow. I'm trying to collapse the arm. It's hard to say, is it knife handing? I mean, you can.
Yeah.
Right? But in this instance, what I'm doing is I'm pushing the elbow as if it's going inwards just to get a hold of the bicep. So once I have control of that, that's when I use that momentum to...
Oh, you're swinging around, actually. Oh, okay.
Chicken wing,
Yeah, right. You're moving it back. No, okay. Yeah, what I didn't see was, I guess what I missed was that swing. You know what I mean? Yeah.
A faster speed? You want us to do a faster?
Sure. Like if you retract to, right? So it's very, in a knife fight, it's not very common you'll catch something on the first time, right?
Yeah.
So if you retract, step out. So,
Getting off that recycling. Yeah.
So one drill I enjoyed doing with Maestro, it felt like mitts. Let's see the knife. So, having the different angles of attack, just going at it as if, like a responsive drill. So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's reality.
Right, so it's really good to have that for the person. It's good to alternate, right? So you feel what it's like, kind of have that shock value, but also to give it,
Yeah, no, definitely. Nice. And is that you guys have anything? Again, whatever you stick, short, whatever. Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much what I wanted to highlight. I wanted to, I got swords over here. That sticks in the car, but right, but I don't know, Carbon, what do you think? Or come up with any thing we should maybe do with sword or anything?
How about he feeds you and he just shoots maybe some of the defensive movements? How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Okay, perfect. Check there.
Nice.
Nice, absolutely.
Yeah. Couldn't find it. I was like, I want to get something.
Oh yeah. I saw that. Yeah. No, that was excellent. No, thank you. Perfect. Like I said, I mean this one was going to be, was going to be less time just because I thought it'd be a nice conclusion for folks to actually see, they heard enough about it, but actually to see kind of what we do, So no, that was excellent. I'm not sure if you guys can hear. I'm gonna, I was thinking. I'm just not sure if I'm gonna be able to be seen or not. Let me here. You guys tell me actually. Can I be seen?
Yeah, I can see you.
You guys see me all right? All right, so I'll show a little short and long. So basically, if we take it off the four corners, come to here, my first movement would be kind of where, sometimes it'd be reverse sombrada, or different, or sometimes plume if I was come up like that. But basically, it would be here, coming through, and then there, maybe into pluma, and then to there. I'm on screen. If I was sticking with the four corners, now it's coming low. I'm coming open side. It's coming here. Then I would go here, maybe thrust, or go over there, maybe into there. Okay. It's coming here, thrust, there. So repeat that one again. The moment on the cruzadas, the moment it crosses and leaves skin, this should be going in. So not kind of like here, now energy. So the moment it passes here, thrust, here, and then maybe to there. And then maybe recovery backing out. So recovery could be just, it's coming on here, the last corner, so to speak, here. Maybe I would go here, to there, and then recover. Again, could be that, to here, or maybe salto like Marvin was talking about. So again, and also the first one I did kind of plume here, but it also could be, was coming through, maybe it could be here, and then there, here. And this one's coming through, instead of doing the cruzada, maybe I do box sock into here, there. On the open here, instead of there, maybe here, and there. And on the last one, maybe to there. So that would be off like four corners.
Do you fully commit your parry with your daga, or you just kind of like tap it to the side?
I'm sorry. What kind, Marvin?
When you're parrying with your daga, do you fully commit, like push it real far away, or kind of like just enough for it to like slide by and use your longsword?
Just enough so I can get back to recovery there. So I'm not going. In other words, on the here where I'm not going parrying all the way in. Now this hand's kind of in no man's land,
Yeah.
especially on the low ones. Well, here, let me. Like if I was going here, it would just be there.
Mm-hmm.
As I parry, then I can, then I could use it when it, if I'm
Mm-hmm.
going over here, you know, and even on the
Correct.
low, on the crustadas, just enough to get through there, you know,
Mm-hmm.
there and
Mm-hmm.
off, and on the lower, just enough to there, you know, but not definitely enough to get offline it, but not so much where I'm, or you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Did that
Yeah.
help?
Yes. Yes, it
Yeah.
does.
So, but
I think
but the four corners, that's I got that from you. So, so,
that's
but
the beauty. That's the beauty of the cuadrocantos. I mean, that's like what Marvin have mentioned:
Nice.
position, location, location, location.
yeah,
Actually, that's what I also use when I do my empty hands. So I only have to practice once.
yeah. Even though I was doing from a reference, but for instance, like if I wanted to stick to four corners and just like I was pretty much sticking the middle range, close to the middle and
Mm-hmm.
all that.
Hmm.
But even if I were to do the four corners and I wanted to work, here comes Ekis, maybe
Yeah.
there, and two, and here comes the number two, maybe there, and
Mm-hmm.
two, there, and then here three, there, and the four.
Mm-hmm.
So the forward patterns and whatever you want to do, whatever defensive movement or footwork or retroraga. Here comes the number
Yeah.
one. Here comes the number two. Here comes the number three. Here comes the number four.
Mm-hmm.
That. So so that as far as a reference, that drill, I mean, it's excellent because you can isolate footwork, you can isolate defensive movements, and
Mm-hmm.
then the striking. You know, so I don't know. I think it's a good baseline, to start guys on. Um, so, but but anyway, yeah. So, um, but that was fantastic. I want to thank all you guys for you know, uh, what you had to show. I think that was nice getting people kind of like I said, we did a lot of the verbal last few sessions, but now people can actually get a taste of what we do. Sword, and I thought it was pretty nice. We got some short and long. Marvin did the trigger and all that with the combate NRL. Kavan did the Zamara and all that, and the salute. And these guys showed like knife and then some sword feeding. So I don't know. I thought that was a nice mix from everybody.
Nice. Nice. Thank you. Thank you.
Uh, so,
Nice
but
work. Happy,
anybody,
nice to have.
any closing statements? As far as AK and those who watched or those and all that?
Mhm.
How about you, Kyle Marvin? Any closing statements?
Well, yeah, for me, of course, a big thanks to Master Bong for teaching
Mm,
all of us all of this stuff, for inventing this,
yeah.
his system. He has put in a lot of effort and, testing into it when he submitted himself to the possible failure, possible getting, hurt himself just to see what
Mm,
works for him. So a big thanks to him. Big thanks to the brothers here. I mean, more power to LK and more power to FMA in general. So
yeah,
I just hope
absolutely
it,
right. That's the thing
yeah,
too. Even though we're showcasing AK, but like you said, more power. I mean, because that's why, that's one of the biggest reasons me doing this is to bring exposure to the
Mm-hmm.
different systems and getting people on here that maybe are doing great stuff, but maybe they're just not well known,
Yeah.
or never had the opportunity for a platform to, to talk about stuff and all
Mm-hmm.
that. But um, Brian, Brian, did you see? Somebody asked they would like to see the sewing machine attack. I'm not sure if they came later.
Which one?
The sewing machine, but here I'm just. Oh, you know what? He might have because he just checked. Great demo, gentlemen. Okay, so you know what? I think he might have saw it. Okay,
Oh, okay.
okay. Um, so what? How about you, Kavan? Closing statements.
Well, first I'd like to thank all of you for arranging this, Kadin, Ka Marvin, Ka Joe, Ka Warren.
Yeah,
I'm sure this will not be the last, maybe a training session virtually if we can't
I
get
hope
together,
not. Yeah,
right?
I hope not.
And also to Maestro Bong, thank you for putting your trust to us in the brothers worldwide. For the viewers, I would recommend go to abenirkalis.blogspot.com again. So
Yeah,
that's where they can find a lot of our cast and brothers who practices the art with us.
yeah. Ka Joe and Ka Warren. What say you guys?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for having me. I'm always honored to just learn from this brother and you guys as well. Just this seminar alone, I'm soaking it all in. Again, been training a couple of months. I've trained in other FMAs, and I think what's unique about this is just the blade orientation versus stick. It's like night and day. You can train with rattan stick and say that it's like a bolo or machete, but at the end of the day, it's no comparison, as opposed to, doing something like this, even if it's a training blade, it's the orientation is just different, whether it's like flat or, the spine, it's
Mm-hmm.
completely different. So running through the brother over here, it's been an eye opener for sure. So
Yeah, and
yeah, we're looking.
I
I've been,
appreciate you coming on and helping out.
yeah, thank you.
Ka Joe.
Yeah, I mean, shared sentiment, thanks to you, Kadim, for the platform, for all the brothers, and all the brothers and sisters in AK throughout the world and back home in the Philippines. In addition to Maestro Bong, shout out to, I would like to personally shout out to the brothers who painted me black and blue with knowledge. Pat Paul, Vin, Norman, yeah, it hurt then. I mean, it's probably still going to hurt later, but thank you for the knowledge. And I would just like to invite um, anyone to train with us. We're a pretty open system. I like to think we're very open-minded.
Mm,
We put the Filipino and Filipino martial art that comes first, and we're just proud to, Tatang Ilustrisimo as well as Mantoni, and they are great. There are so many great knowledgeable masters. I invite people
yeah.
from FMA and AK.
Yeah, I mean, those who are watching who perhaps want more, want to see more, I would definitely recommend, obviously, befriending Maestro Bong. There's Abenir. Our page is Abenir Kalis
Kalis.
Global. Is that
Uh,
am I
yeah,
correct?
it's
There's
Abenir
numerous.
Kalis Global, AKS Global,
AK is
Abenir Kalis
global. So
Global.
those who maybe want to know more, I recommend that where you can actually see, some of the guys doing demos and more stuff like we kind of showed tonight.
Mm.
Those that wanted to see more and all that. And what's and the other group that he just formed? The Filipino Pananada,
It's
Ah,
Pananandata.
Pananandata.
Pananadata.
Mm-hmm.
He's been putting videos on there left and right. So those who who are might want to see more, I recommend joining that group, and you'll get he's been putting stuff on there daily, you know. So, but yeah, my closing statement is that again, kind of reiterate what I said from the beginning. I just think it's a great group of humble guys. Like if you look at all the guys, Australia, Todd Bradley, Todd Neal in Sweden, you know, just everybody is just, you know, there's just a sense of humility from everybody. Like I don't see anybody that's, you know, that's full of themselves or doesn't have the right chemistry with the group. Like, and of course, the group in Manila and everywhere else, Con Norman and
Mm,
Herbert. I just, you know, Michael Cruz. I mean, just really, really, just seem like just genuinely, just really, really nice, good people. You know, and I think that's all from Maestro. What he's instilled, you know, because obviously Maestro's nothing but humble and all that. And I think that
correct.
exudes from him and has, you know, floated down to us because, you know what I mean? I just think, you know, you don't see any of that behavior, you know, and it's,
True.
I think it's nice. Um, but again, but yeah, I wanted to thank you guys. That went great. And yeah, I don't, hopefully this won't be the last time. I mean, actually, hopefully all of us getting together in person, you know,
Oh yes,
and that would be really neat
definitely.
when our situation ends.
Yeah.
So, but all right, well, I'm going to close it out. Again, I thank you guys much. When I get it done on YouTube, I'll definitely send you guys, you know, the link and what have you.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you guys. All
Thank you,
right,
Fugay.
okay. All right, that wraps up USA. That was part 3 today. So next week, I have to go through, but I think I'm going to have Drew Gilbert from Canada, and I just have to see who I have Thursday. But definitely, definitely him. And but I'll confirm that with time and all that. But again, thank you all for watching. And if you've not forgotten, please hit like and subscribe to FMA discussion on YouTube channel. Thank you.